Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and I know what y'all are thinking. This is Rush Wars, because that's what the title said, and you'd be right. Anyway, today we are playing Rush Wars, which, for those of you who don't know, it's Supercell's newest game. It's only available in Canada, Finland, and one other place, so for those of us like me who don't live in those places, you have to use a VPN, which, it's fine. So I'm going to be running down the base mechanics of how this game works, and we're going to do a couple attacks, for the fun of it. I'm going to start out with units, because that's the most important thing. We're looking at this. So, Clash Royale. Troops work like in Clash Royale. You collect the card, then you upgrade them. It gives experience. You have troops, who I have a lot to upgrade, and I have everywhere from the trooper to the gorilla unlock, besides the bazooka, which I've heard, but I don't know, because I typically take him out pretty easy in fights, but that's hard to say. You got your airdrops, which what I typically use is the arcade, which basically I drop it down and it destroys the opponents. Then you got commanders. I'm still not HQ4, so I don't have any of those unlocked, so not much of a concern for me. And then we got defenses. Looking good. So, you have your chopper, which as you upgrade it, it lets you bring more troops into battle. It lets you, I think, get more airdrops, probably, almost definitely, get new defenses, and even travel to other places. And real quick here, I got Instagram notification. So then we got HQ. You upgrade it, you unlock new cards. It increases your gold storage, your defense production, and the level of your free box, which basically, as you can see, in an hour and 54 minutes, I get another free box. And then the lab, which is where all the troop stuff's at. Now, heading over to defenses, basically, real quick here, I'm just going to remove these. Cancel, I don't want to remove that, because that's a team item. And just check everybody out. So basically what you can do is you take stuff like, say, the defenses from earlier, and units, which in my case I like throwing down some pitchers. And I don't remember the previous layout I had per se, but I remember it was good. So then, from what I've heard, after this timer goes off, it switches maps. So I only have this map until said timer goes off, which, isn't going to... So another 10 hours, which means tomorrow morning I'm going to have to make another base. But yep, that's how defense works, and then we are going to hop into some attacks. So these are a lot of fun. I'm going to show you what I typically do. I pick up 2 of these guys, which are shield bearers, and then I pick up 3 pitchers. I find this is one of the best comps I've had. Now, chances are, if you're good enough at the game, you're going to have a better comp than this, but this is what I've come up with, and I find it works pretty well. I'm about to get super embarrassed when it totally fails me, but, that's all part of the way things work. Okay, so now we have some preparation time, which I'm not sure where I want to push. I kind of want to push down here, try and push for that mortar. That might be a good idea. So spreading units out works wonders, and at least that's what I find. And then what I typically do is I drop my mortar on a unit, which in this case is pretty useless because Gorilla's HP is OP. But we're going to take out the gorilla. We took 1 casualty, and of course my pitcher runs off in random directions. That's the one disadvantage to spreading out too much, is you get stuff like that, which is just frustrating. So now I'm doomed here. However, I'm 1 star. Yep, 1 star. And there we go. that's how things work. We're going to mess around with some different combinations, get an idea of how the different units work. That kind of gave you an idea of the shield unit and the pitcher. Now, that wasn't a great for that comp, so that's kind of where we're at. So, we're going to bring in base units, shields, and then the hot shot for this next one. Nothing too expensive, and we're also going to use the siren. I haven't personally used the siren yet, so that'll be interesting for me. Now, I find it very heavily unlikely that this comp will work. I don't even know how to set up this comp. And plus they have a mortar, which means putting anything too close together won't work out the best for me. So this also causes a dilemma for me, because what I typically do is this bazooka guy right here, I would typically mortar him. Finish him off. Not mortar him, but drop the bomb on him. Don't have to worry about him, everything's good. Now in this case, I don't have that luxury, which is kind of sad. Okay, now I'm going to drop this right here. Oh, snap. That doesn't last long, but that's nice. So once again, not going to get super far, but as long as we get 1 star, it doesn't technically count as a loss. I'm not too worried about it, especially since now I'm just messing around. And we should get enough for a box to open. Oh, and somebody attacked us and apparently destroyed me. Let's take a look at this. Just out of curiosity. Oh, snap. That defense went well at first. Oh, I know what happened. This threat, yeah. Oh, does that stink. Kinda wish I had the bazooka. Oh well. So now for this next one, how about we take a look at the tank, that, and then we'll throw in the hotshot for good measure. And we'll use the siren again. Really short duration, but really nice. I think I might like that bomb. Okay, so now I'll tell you, I've used the tank before. It's not my favorite. I've not used these guys before. And based off of the way the description sounds, I might want to pull something like that. Just hold off for a bit. Ah, of course they separated. Okay, let's plow through here. Oof. Yeah, so, as I said, haven't used the packs before, so I frankly had no clue how to use them. Not exactly going according to plan so far. Now, the gorilla. I don't really care for this guy. We're going to bring in 3 shields with him, and I'd say just take the siren again. So the thing about this guy is, I'm probably going to get 0 stars here. Yeah, especially with what this guy's got. So we are going to pull something like... So this guy has high health. So we're going to bring this around. Yeah, since they have to go around that way, that's inconvenient for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this now. Get the gorilla to hopefully get us 1 star. So he targets buildings. Which, not too bad. And star using it, so I guess if you're using Blitz get 1 star tactics, he might be pretty good for that. Now for 3 star, I couldn't see using him. So we're going to do 1 more, and this time, what I think we're going to do is we are going to pull out the hotshot again. I liked that. We're going to pull out 2 shields and 2 of these guys. I feel like this worked really well with the Siren. Now, as for how this will actually go, and another thing is, based off the vast differences you can have in every gold mine, you never know how it's actually going to go. But we are going to put up these guys here, have the hot shots and this. Hopefully that mortar won't totally annihilate us. Now once again, we're going to hit up this as soon as we get into the initial confrontation. And oh snap, did that not work. So that is an example of how not to play the game. But yeah, so if you couldn't tell, I'm not the best attacking. Now granted, some of it's because I was trying to mix it around and use some different units and wasn't really putting a whole ton of strategy, because if I sat there for the entirety of the minute trying to decide how to attack, that might have been a bit boring. But yeah, so that is a general idea of this game, my first impressions. I personally think this game will hit big. I like it better than any of the Supercell games besides Brawl Stars. And I play a lot of Clash Royale right now. I used to play a lot of Clash of Clans. Never played Boom Beach or whatever the other one was. Like Farmville or something. So I've never played any of those, but so far, second favorite Supercell game, and it's still in early access. It has potential to be good enough to be almost as good as Brawl Stars. But anyway, this is... oh snap, I'm gonna forget the name here. But this was my first impressions. Oh my word, why can't I remember the name of the singing game? It was Rush Wars, there we go. That was embarrassing, but this was my first impressions on Rush War. I hope you all enjoyed, and like and subscribe if you did. I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.